Hello all YouTubers, the Weather Dude here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for tuning back into my presentation for the last day of March 2019. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. As always, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell notifications as well. Never miss one of my videos again. Also, I put in my hurricane season outlooks as well as my previous videos and severe coverage in the description below. I'm going to put the links to all those videos in the description below, so please consider watching those videos after you watch this. So today's video is going to be, can hurricanes form in April? That's going to be the main question for today's video. And I'm going to start off with this page, and it's going to be the top 10 earliest Atlantic cyclones. Okay, so number 10 on our list would be Subtropical Storm Andrea, which formed on May 9th, and it was the year 2007. Okay, there was only a subtropical storm. The storm was not too organized. Okay, number 9 was Tropical Storm Anna, which formed on May 8th of 2015. Number 8 was Arlene. There was a few unnamed storms. Okay, and this is a different Anna back in 2003, which formed back in April 20th. Okay, so that was the third week of April. And everyone remembers the Category 2 hurricane on March 6th of 1908. Of course, that was unnamed because it was way back in the day. They really didn't name storms back then. There's again a few unnamed hurricanes, and the earliest was January 3rd in 1938. And no, that was not the New England hurricane. Okay, it's a different one. That one was in September. But yes, an unnamed hurricane formed on January 3rd, 1938. Okay, so those are the top 10 earliest hurricanes. And if you look on the satellite loop, there has been excessive thunderstorm activity, I think. Ever since I started watching the tropics, this isn't my first time, like in forever, but the first time I started watching tropics this year, I've really never seen as much activity. I mean, I have, but this is a lot of thunderstorm activity we have going on, and it's just been excessive. Okay, so this is going to kind of be like a segue to what could possibly happen later on in the season. Okay, so you see right now, we had some very heavy thunderstorms setting up. Okay, they have weakened a little bit since. Okay, and they're well far south, okay? Usually if a hurricane formed off the coast of Africa or a tropical storm, it would form right in here. Okay, and before I continue, last video I did share my hurricane season outlook. So here it is real quick. This was updated March 29th, which is when I did my third hurricane season outlook, which is my latest. Okay, I'm going to start putting on a range. Now, not just putting like an exact number. I'm going to put like a range, so you're like more comfortable. Okay, so 10 to 13 named storms. I think of those, 4 to 6 can become hurricanes, and 2 to 3 can become major hurricanes. I think so far that this year could be around an average year. Okay, but that opinion will certainly change as time marches on. Okay, and here's Africa. Okay, look at this. We have some really strong thunderstorms firing up. Okay, that's because temperatures are always like in the 90s and 100s in the Saharan part of Africa. Okay, so thunderstorms will easily form like these right here. Okay, usually like the western edge of this looks like it could maybe pull into the ocean. Okay, but if it does, it's not going to get too far at all. Okay, so in terms of the shear tendencies, again, like I mentioned last video, it is very strong. Okay, so the main question, can hurricanes form in April? I'm going to say no. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm going to show you a list from Wikipedia to show, did a hurricane ever form in April? Okay, but look at the wind shear. This is why hurricanes can't really form in April. Okay, wind shear, especially now that we're in a El Nino pattern. Okay, wind shear is just going to be continuous and excessive and strong. Okay, we're talking about widespread wind shears, okay, of 60 plus knots. Okay, pretty high up in the atmosphere, which translates to about well over 70 miles an hour, in fact. Okay, so future wind shear, okay, you can see it's not getting any better either. Maybe some slight signs of weakening, like well towards the south, like south of 10-degree N latitude line. But other than that, it's not looking good for the wind shear. Okay, so Saharan air has been kicked out because we had a lot of cloud cover moving to the southeast today. Okay, so a lot of the northern central Gulf of Mexico, as well as along the eastern seaboard, the Saharan air is gone for today. Okay, but you can see there are some breaks in the Saharan air layer. Okay, the Caribbean's warm too. A lot of airs are hitting 80 degrees Fahrenheit already for the sea surface temperatures. Okay, south at 10-degree N latitude line. Okay, this is where you start to see, especially like earlier in the year, like March, April. And this is where you see a lot of the tropical waves form. I mean, look at all these thunderstorms down here. Okay, if these happen to drift north, okay, north of that 10-degree latitude line somehow strengthen, which they would not at this point, but if they did, then that's how you have your tropical storms. Okay, they don't always form up the coast of Africa. They can form basically anywhere in the Atlantic, north of South America, and like maybe along the Mexican coastline as well. Okay, so tropics can come alive in April. It's an article from the Weather Channel. Okay, April tropical storms generally and pretty much have always stayed away from land. Okay, there have been 6 tropical systems that have formed in April. 6. Okay, 4 of them are closer together. Okay, which is why the Weather Channel took that and made it like a yellow circle. Okay, possible but rare. Okay, we have 4 in this area. We had 4 of those 6, about 66.66% of the tropical systems that formed in April formed in this zone right here. And there was one well out here, which the one up here towards the to north and east of the yellow area was on Arlene, back in 2017 Atlantic hurricane season. So there's a recent one for you. And just west of South America, northwestern South America, we have had one form there as well. Okay, so again, here's Arlene, 2017, moved to the west. Okay, became tropical storm and then just died. Eventually just died. Moved to the west, back to the east. It was a very zigzaggy kind of storm. Here's Anna back in 2003. Here's where it started, and then it just curled back and eventually headed towards Europe in some cases. Okay, so that was only a tropical storm. But none of these really show hurricanes. Okay, some tropical storm, one back in 92, and a couple other little minor tropical depressions, one impacting Puerto Rico. Okay, so here are the list of these 6 that formed in April. Okay, a lot of them are tropical depressions. Okay, you see these 2 here, tropical depressions, unnamed, number 1. Here's your Arlene, Anna, and 1 subtropical storms and tropical storms. And again, here's one here, unnamed. Okay, back in 1915. A lot of these are tropical storms. None of them are hurricanes. There was a March hurricane. There was never an April hurricane. Okay, and we've had dozens and dozens of tropical systems that have formed in May. Okay, so if a tropical system forms in May, it is not out of the ordinary. Okay, here's the sea surface temperatures. Okay, keep in mind, 12Z, this is when I've seen always get this map. It is always the coldest time of the day. Okay, so if we look, a lot of areas 26 degrees Celsius plus. 26 degrees Celsius is about 79-ish degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, in case you're wondering. Okay, and you see this little path of warmer sea surface temperatures right here. And you see it extends into here as well. Well, why is that? Well, in that little zone in the Gulf of Mexico as well. Why is it so warm than the rest of the Gulf of Mexico? If you go southwest of it, why is the sea surface temperature 24 when to the northeast of it it's 27? Well, in case you haven't heard, we have something that's called a Gulf Stream. Okay, it's a very strong current that goes from basically like around the Yucatan Peninsula, okay, across the Yucatan in Mexico, and it goes like a zigzag formation right off the coast of Virginia Beach. Okay, and it extends to the east of there as well. Okay, and I'm going to highlight for you the Gulf Stream. Okay, it starts well down here, goes in a motion like this. Okay, hurricanes can be pulled along the jet stream if they get caught up on them. Okay, so they gotta watch out themselves. Okay, again, sea surface temperatures along the Gulf Stream is like a pattern. Okay, they're very warm. They're generally in the right now. They're actually in the 70s already. Okay, and if we look at this map here, okay, not negative 460. I don't know why that was there. Okay, you can see along the Gulf Stream, 80 degrees, 79. Then once you head off the coast of the eastern seaboard, the Gulf Stream there, maybe around the mid 70s. Okay, so sea surface temperature anomalies. Look at how warm the northern Atlantic is right now. They're really starting to heat up, as well as the Gulf of Mexico. Okay, El Nino does not lower the sea surface temperatures. It increases the wind shear, which is why it's generally below average. But parts of the northern Atlantic really heating up the anomaly changes here. 5 degrees anomaly changes. Okay, you see a lot of Gulf of Mexico is also warming up according to the anomaly change. And if we look by Africa, okay, a lot of 26, south of that 10-degree end line, see a lot of 26 to 30 degrees Celsius, which is about 79 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, again, a lot of the northern Atlantic out here is warm at this time of year, which is why we can have some tropical systems forming in April. And there's your anomaly 7-day changes, cooling down in some spots, but warming up in some other spots to the north and west. Thank you all for watching my video. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I am the Weather Dude, signing off. Till next time, don't forget to subscribe.